Hey, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. 什么 ？OK， 你听到很好。OK， 可以。Alright, so now we're streaming. We have 456. We don't have any equity here. So I don't really know. And maybe this is one of the bluffers. Four, 5, 6. I don't have any equity. So we are experimenting with ranges. If we hit any kind of equity on this hand, we're going to start betting it kind of strong. Our range is going to consist of equity in the 20 to 30%. Equity. Our hands consist of equity. Okay. We're looking for equity hands. Looking for equity hands. He raised. We might be folding too much if our range consists of only hands that we're gonna fucking go broke with. So we have to switch things up a little bit. Okay. We have a king. That's plenty of equity, so we're gonna bet it. 5.9 doesn't have a whole lot of equity, so when he bets into us, we're gonna fold. We're gonna kind of, are we linearizing our hand? We don't have much equity here. When we see an equity hand, we're gonna go for it, like here. We're just gonna pot it. And then we're gonna start betting really strong. It doesn't matter. We're just going to go for it. We're just going to go close our eyes and go. We're just going to go close our eyes and go. And then on the river, we're just going to go all in with an ace high. If he doesn't have an ace, right, and if he doesn't have a pair, right, he just can't call, right? On the river, we're just going to go for it because the pot will be $6, $7. We're just going to go all in. Okay. Equity, equity, equity. What we're looking for is equity. The things for which you are looking is equity hands. It gets the blood pumping. It does get the blood pumping. We don't have any equity here. We just have jack high. We're not really going to fight for this. But we're also not going to just lie down and let him take it either. Because once in a while we're going to hit an equity hand. Even in those cases, we're looking for equity. Is this an equity hand? I don't think it is. I think I should have folded this one. See, we have a 9 and we have a backdoor flush draw. So we're just going to go for it. We have plenty of equity. Okay, he has. Now we don't have the flush draw anymore. We don't have the backdoor flush draw. So I'm thinking this is too strong. So equity, equity, equity. He's going all in for whatever reason. He's going all in for whatever reason. Okay, he spazzed out. Maybe he has an ace, maybe he doesn't, but I wanted to be the one doing that. So equity, equity, equity. We're gonna have a. Is it more of a linear range? Might be a linear range. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have any equity here. He bets 1. We're going to fold because what we're looking for is equity hands, right? Here we have a 50% range plus a flush draw. Okay, he raised to 1. We're just going to go for it. We're going to push this. We're going to push this to the max. We're going to close our eyes and just go. Okay, we're not going to go. Here, hopefully, we get to go. Here, hopefully, we get to go. And we're going to push our equity. regardless. Okay. Okay, this is definitely an equity hand. Now we're nearly 100 big blinds deep. Okay, this is definitely an equity hand. We're just gonna push it and push it and push it, and if he finds a cooler, so the hell what, right? Doesn't matter to me if he finds a cooler here. If he wants to cooler me 7, 8, 9, 10, we're just going to pot it at the end and see where we're at. He'll call with a queen if he has one, but if he doesn't, he just, or maybe he calls with a 7 or a 4 or something like that. Doesn't matter to me because we're pushing for equity. He raises to 2. Here we're going to draw and see what happens. We have a king high. He cannot possibly have an ace here, so we're just going to push it. Doesn't matter to me. I just don't see him having an ace there. We're playing our equity, equity, equity. We have a king high. We don't want the non-equity hands. Don't want the non-equity hands like this one. Or if we do call, we're just looking for top pair. We're not going to push it. We have a 5, which means we do have equity. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Not pushing rat.
Push rat.
Yeah.
And you know what's coming up next is a third pot. Okay. We're just going to go for it. Okay. That's fine. He pushed with a 7 and a jack. He pushed his equity, and that is fine. I should have pushed it. Here we have equity. Here we definitely have equity. We are pushing equity. Okay, gonna go pot, and when we see the flop, we're gonna close our eyes and bet, 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 especially if we hit a 5, right? Gonna push our equity. Here we have equity. Okay. Hopefully we get some equity. Okay. Since we decided to go this route, we will see. Yep. Another 7. Okay. That is fine. We're going to fold this non-equity hand. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're not going to go the gut shot route. We're not going to go the gut shot route. We're just not going to go for it. When he bets, we're going to check. On the non-equity hands, we're not going to push. On the equity hands, we are going to push. we are going to push our equity hands. That's the way we're playing. I hope he doesn't figure it out. We have a gutter and a flush draw, and we're just going to close our eyes and go third pot, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3 with a shove. We're going to go pot, and then we're going to go all in. Yep. Equity, equity, equity. Just going to push our equity. Okay. But if we become too predictable, we're going to be exploitable. We have an ace. We're going to just close our eyes and push equity. So if he has a 7 or an 8, he's going to be in a real tough spot. And even if we had the bottom pair there, I think he has a tough time withstanding the 2/3 pot, 2/3 pot. If we get any equity here on this hand, we're going to push it. We don't have any, so we're going to slow down. We're going to go with our king high. We may have to fold it if he bets out. Okay. 4-5. If he has a 6, we're just going to be shit out of luck. But does he bet? Does he bet? We're just going to close our eyes and not worry about it. Okay. Pair of 3s, that is fine, because there's going to be times when we have it there. We don't really care about money right now. We're learning how to construct a equity-filled range. Anytime I've had equity, I've pushed it. I think at the end when he bets, I'm just going to have to fold. But some of the times, I should raise, right? 9-3 doesn't have a whole lot of equity. Looking for equity hands. Okay, equity, equity, equity. We're going to start pushing harder on the equity hands so that we can really get money in there. We're going for 100 big blinds. We're just going to close our eyes and start pushing, pushing, pushing.
No.
Okay, we are not going to go all the way there. Okay, this is a fold with no equity, except 5-10. Depends on what he does. Yep. Okay. We're learning how to construct a range. We're going to go pot and start pushing the equity. 2/3 pot, 2/3 pot, 2/3 pot. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Our king high is probably good at this point. So we will push. Alright. 7, another 7. Okay, on the river, we're just going to go push it for pot size bet. Yep. Here we're going to go all in for $8 and see where we're at. Yep. That's the way we're playing it. Yep. Thank you very much. That's the way we're pushing equity. Equity, equity. Pushing the equity. And really, what the hell was he thinking? The hell was he thinking? Okay, we have plenty of equity, and we are going to push it. We are going to push it. We are going to push it. Yep. That's the way we're playing our aggro range. Okay, we're folding this non-equity hand. So we have kind of a, I don't know what kind of range. We'll just call it an equity range. Alright? Just going to call it an equity range. Our range consists of equity and nothing else. And that's the whole story. And that's just that. When we do going a pot, we're going to go with equity. We're just going to go with equity. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else, right? King deuce is not an equity hand. Not enough equity. Not enough. Not enough. Queen 4, we're going to fold that a little bit too. Eight, 9, definitely an equity hand. So therefore, we're going to push the pot. And we're going to start 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. Okay. Alright. 8, 9, 10. That's plenty of equity. And we're pushing it. We're pushing it all the way. Doesn't matter to me what we got. We're pushing, pushing, pushing. And by the river, we're going to get it all in. So, good luck if you're going to draw for it. Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. I'm putting the pressure on you. I'm going to put you to the decision. I'm having an equity range. You have to decide if I hit my 9 or not. And I'm hitting the equity. And you know you're facing a river-sized bet on the river. Come on. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I have an equity range. And King 4 is not an equity range. King 4 is just not an equity range. We're going to stay disciplined. And we're going to go with the equity range. And here, if he goes all in, I don't think I'm going to call. Although I may. What do I do? Let's assume he goes all in. Is he being fed up? Okay. Let's just go. I've decided that I am going to go. Okay? It's a flip, it's a flip, it's a flip. It's a flip. Give me a king. No king. Alright, that's a flip. I don't mind it. He had to get a 10 before he did that. And let's go with this equity hand and see where we are. He could have very well lost that flip. And okay, I was fine getting it in. And I'm going to get it in here as well. Okay. Here we go. Need a little help. Thank you very much. That's how you do flips. That is how you do flips. He thinks he could get it in with a flip with me. I don't think so, because I don't care about the 10 fucking BTC. That's how you fucking rape people. Alright. Looks like we're taking a break. So, let's see what we have elsewhere. This is 177 BTC. 200, huh? I don't think we're going to do 200. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. It's a particular equity way of playing that's giving people trouble. Alright. So here we go. 75. Gonna go with the idea of equity. Gonna go with the idea of equity here. So we're not gonna get crazy without equity. We're not gonna go crazy without equity. But 10 definitely gives me a lot of equity, and I'm gonna push it and push it and push it. Yep. Okay, 65. Are we set mining here? Okay, we're gonna go get it in. We're gonna raise it to the point where there's no return. Right, so gonna raise it to 13 and 18. Just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it. He should call. He's gonna have to put this together. He opened it and it's weak. So we're just playing equity hands. Okay, equity, equity, equity. Our range consists of equity. I know the people in the stream are going to be, oh, okay. We are going to play our equity. Okay, this is a fairly decent equity hand. But when it's raised to how much? What is that? 6 big blind? 6 big blinds. We no longer have any equity in there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh. I don't know why this guy called. Here we have a bit of equity, and if we're actually going to raise this. Okay. Do we have any equity here? Does he hit an ace? Okay. We just don't care about money. Okay. Very good. Ace high is still good. Ace high is still good.
What? Me?
Yeah, ace high is good. Ace high is good. Ý good.
Why did me?
What cái bắn này? We're putting. Our range consists of equity. Okay. That's a fold. We're playing the hypo-aggro style of poker because we're very short-handed and we're learning. We are learning how to be aggro. And if anybody comes in with us, they're going to experience a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. We don't have any equity in this hand, and we didn't pick up any. Right? So we're not going to bluff at it. So this will protect our hands, in that when we actually do go for it and start pushing equity, it really makes them wonder, because they have now seen us check down 5-4 without bluffing. Okay, here we're going to push our equity hand, and we're just going to close our eyes and push. Okay, and on the river it's going to be a pot-sized bet. Okay. We're just not going to care about money. We're just not going to care about money. Just not going to care about money. And that is okay too, because they won't see us. They won't see us with an equity hand when we lose. Here I think we're going to be really cautious. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't quite have a lot of equity. We don't quite have equity. He bets 3. We're going to fold. Some pots we're just not going to fight for because we don't have enough equity. But some things we do have a lot of equity. I'm going to play a particular way. Play a particular way. No equity there. No equity here. Just going to play equity hands and play them strongly, so that anytime people come in the pot with me, there's going to be a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. There's going to be a lot of pressure. Okay. Okay, that's a cooler. Nice answer. Nice answer. So I was plus EV there, and there's just not a thing you could do about that, right? So here we have some equity. You just saw me 6, 7, 8. We don't have too much equity. If we pick it up on the turn, we could try for it. Well, you know, aces are going to be cracked some of the times, right? We have ace 5. We have a limper. Do we have any equity here on this flop? Okay, let's see if we could generate. So this is fairly a dry board, and I'm going to close my eyes. Well, if I pick up a 5, and I have an ace. It's going to be a pot-sized bets on the river. On the river. Seven, 10 is not enough equity. We're not going to go for it. But since the price is right, and we did not pick up any equity, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we are going to do a raise, and then we are going to bet the river. Okay, so that's what you do with equity. So equity, equity, equity. That's what we're doing. I guess we're set mining here. Guess we are set mining here. We're not going to have too much equity against these people. I think we're going to fold our deuces because of the lack of equity. Please call. Alright. You picked up a diamond draw? Okay, good for you, sir. My 3s are no longer good? Okay. That is fine. Basically, I've moved the pre-flop raise to post-flop is what I've done. By folding a little bit more pre-flop, I get to play the pre-flop game in the post-flop section. I know that doesn't make too much sense, but see, I don't use this hand to go to the flop, but when I do go to the flop and I have some equity, I bet it very strongly, and I let these people go to the flop, open to light, whatever they do. Like here I don't have any equity, but they don't know, because when I have equity, I am going to raise it to a pot, and maybe this is good enough for a bluff, just to keep my range wider. Okay, so he's not folding. I have a queen, I have a queen, I have a queen, I have a queen. But that's not a whole lot of equity. That's not a whole lot of equity. 98 cents. Very strong, sir. You could do that. Ace Jack, definitely a very strong equity hand. Okay, very good. I'm glad that this guy is not folding. Okay, is this part of my check raising? Raising range. Okay, or is this a call down range? I wonder. Okay, and we're just gonna go pot on the river. Okay, that worked out quite well. That worked out quite well. 1 BTC. We don't have any equity in this hand, so we are basically setting ourselves up, pre-selecting in the pre-flop so we could actually play the raising game post-flop. We're shifting things around a little bit because in general, in short-handed, we let's do pot. Let's do pots, and yeah, there you go. See, when I do enter a pot, they know that there's a good chance I'm going to play the post-flop, pre-flop game. Because I don't go to the post-flop without a good amount of equity. We just don't. Hey, once in a while you're going to get your aces cracked by Queen Jack. That's just the game. There's nothing you could do about that. Just nothing you can do about it. Okay. Okay. That's fine because by folding pre-flop, I am shifting things to post-flop, where people are not familiar as much with this style of play, and I am not going to raise the 4-2 because he does not fold to any pre-flop raise. He is that kind of a fish, so when I do have equity, what? Okay. But this guy definitely overvalues. God, come on. Okay, he never folds. Okay, we're gonna go for it. And if you have a deuce there, or a deuce 3, good for you, sir. Okay. And on the river, it's going to be a pot-sized bed. I'm closing my eyes, hoping you don't hit whatever you're holding. I don't know why he calls the continuation bet so light. That's got to be a huge leak. That is his leak, that he does like to call light on the c-bet. Here we don't have any equity, so we're going to fold. These guys are playing stupid, but that's the nature of it. I don't know if we're going to pick up any equity here. Don't know. Yep, we did it. This is short-handed. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna go pot. What? And see. I hope we get some extra equity on the flop. Okay. 7, Jack, 9, 8. Okay. We'll see. Okay. Now we picked up even more equity. And when he raises me, I'm just going to get an end with him. Wow, every single time, huh? That he goes to the turn and then folds. And then just folds. He goes to the turn and just folds. Anyways, that was very interesting. I don't know what he had. But right there, I mean, I had equity with the Jack, Ace, and 2 hearts. Ace, Jack of hearts. Jack 10. $2.05. Queen Jack. We're gonna see if we could pick up some equity. Okay. They've started to get wise. Okay, good. Okay. Are we getting it in? Jack. Are we slowing down? $4.01. So, why did I slow down? Maybe my spider sense was right on that one. I don't know. Don't know. He definitely calls a lot, huh? Let's check this. Okay. He thinks if I check, I'm weak. Is that what it is? Is that how that works? Ace 4 on the button. We're not going to go crazy. But I am getting a lot of respect because my post-flop game is exceedingly aggressive, but what they don't realize is that I'm very choosy going into the post-flop. I will fold quite a bit pre-flop because the hands that I'm looking for are equity hands. Equity hands. Not gonna go crazy with 6 Jack heart. Okay, now we got a raising war happening. I don't think this guy can call. I think he's pretty weak when he raised to 1.5. He's just making a play. We're not gonna go 6 Jack, but he's likely gonna fold because he does not know what I'm gonna do. I can be uber ultra hyper aggressive, or I could just fold. We're gonna go with the equity, and he calls, of course, and we have 2 hearts, and we're gonna close our eyes, gonna go to the river. Oh, he started to fold to the c-bet because he knows that what follows is just the closing of the eyes and a bet, bet, bet. 25 cents. We have Queen 9. This is not an equity hand, but this is more like an equity bluff. Please don't come in. You should not come in. Okay. $1.5. 10 Jack, although generally high equity there. Can't go for $1.50, right? Gonna have to wait for aces for that, or kings. Fold this, so it protects our range when we do go in. Equity range. That's my range. Is equity range.
So cute.
Alright, I like shorthanded, hyper aggro. So that's what I'm doing. 7-9, not a whole lot of equity. If he raises, I'll fold. But he just doesn't know if I'm gonna raise him. He is 25. He is at 100 big blinds. I'm gonna fold for you, sir. I'm gonna give this one more try. Okay, he does fold. Thank you. He has learned that I play hyper aggressive. Uber aggressive. Okay. So these people have started to adjust. They're being a little bit more choosy with the pre-flop selection, so nonetheless, Ace-King is, even if they do choose a range, even if they do choose a range, that is fine. When he goes Uber here, okay, I'm likely still ahead. Hopefully he doesn't have a queen. Pair of 9s, which is fine. I don't think he... Do we have equity here? Yeah, because he does fold now. Because he just saw me... No, he didn't see me show down Ace-King. But he has adjusted his pre-flop selection. Here we're simply going to draw for it. 75 cents. Don't have any equity here. Here we're gonna do a check,
大宝那龟也过来看哦。
checking range. Let him bluff.
老鼠啊，会的。绝对过来看哦。那个龟去 Penn Store， 他买什么？买鸟。
350. King Jack Queen. Queen Jack. He's gonna.
See?
But why?
See? It's little. See? It's little. See? There's no door there. Shut up.
Something is not making sense. Okay. Something is not making sense. Go ahead.
See? See?
Make a huge
Look.
bet.
It's little.
Make a huge bet.
Look.
还
Look.
是两只哎，我看到。
So,
See?
a huge bet means that he has a huge hand. That's good to know.
哦，老鼠是10块。
That is good to know.
Look.
先把东西放在车上去。
对呀，又准备了上班喽。
So overbets.
大宝一边看老鼠边吃面包吧。你的面包在桌子上啊。
Fucking A.
哎，师傅。
Because the price is right. Okay. Gonna try for some equity here. Nine, 10, 11. Gonna go for the turn.
Look, it's
那
smaller
个
than
姐
here.
姐，你的那个姐姐你有没有看过？
有啊有啊，
见过了。
对啊，那么多年了，当然我看过好多次啊。
哦，我有去，有看他。
有，不他来的，
哦，他
他
来这边。
来洛杉矶的，对。不过他现在来不了了，他老了嘛。
我现在老了，你们就去看他。
去看他。
他是在纽约，是
纽约。
哦。
对。
现在30几的来不来？不来了，来不动。
对呀，两个都有点老人痴呆。
真的。
他姐姐跟姐夫。
哦。20几
那
啊？
姐夫连他儿子都认不得他。
他儿子几岁啊？60。
小儿子40、50岁吧，儿子媳妇也都是医生。
也是医生哦。
哎，女儿女婿也都是医生。
哦。跟我们家一样的。嗯。
Listen.
吃面包啊，面条等你了，现在快点。
Alright, let's get a little bit more aggro. But we still need a good starting equity hand.
来吧。
Okay? Yeah, 3-6 is not going to let us do anything post-flop. We're moving our pre-flop game to the post-flop, so we definitely need to go to the post-flop with hands that have potential. Basically, we're getting our hands dealt to us post-flop.
这个面包我来拿剪刀剪了，
That's the way we're thinking of it.
你吃完还在又吃面条。
Ace 4, definitely. We want that. And we're going to push our equity here. Yep. Because that goes to post-flop very well. Here, this hand kind of goes to post-flop pretty well. Okay. Ace, ace, ace.
吃完才走去看。
6, 7, 8. Not a whole lot of equity here. 98. We're going to assume that our ace is still good. Okay, now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to go, and then we're going to make a pot-sized bet on the river. Interesting. He never learns, huh? He tends to call my raises, go to the flop, go to the turn, and then just give up. And then he does this ridiculous 6x big blind raise. Jack.
还是很辛苦的，上车下车，等一下晕车，等一下又碰到下雨，啊，等一下又碰到一些状况，哎呦，不能去，你就知道麻烦，又下。你什么经历过了？哎呦，你。
Alright.
有时好玩，有时不一定好玩的。
We're gonna move our
一个朋友他来医院，他走了30天了，坐船了，到很多地方。他刚出海就有一个人中风，赶快船又开回去，开到洛杉矶，对，开到洛杉矶。
有医院去。
对呀、然后还有后来走了第2天又有人中风又靠，哎，我赶快把这些送到医院去。那个上次送我们书的那个人，他说有一年他们全校的那个同学会在3台都会在乐山开同学会，结果后来听了直升机来啊什么什么，后来才知道是他们的同学这个害的就走掉了。
哎呦，在船上。
哎呀，
我说状况百出，我就讲。
后来人家就说为什么身体不好，为什么还跑出来旅游？就是他一辈子的心愿，他没有去过纽约。他想要去纽约，还没有坐过船，又想去坐船，结果是预防。
你要自己知道自己身体，
知道自己身体了。
反正我就不敢坐船了，很容易晕，所以不敢。坐车还可以，
大船不会，
大船不会哦。
大船很难看。
真的吗？
那除非大风了，大风了当然大家都要。
不过我吃力那个药就也没事了，有帮助。可能现在药很发达，吃一点也没事。下次吧，做短前的1个礼拜这样还要回家，不要太累，不要太累。
是也蛮好玩的，因为那个旅馆跟
去
好，
婚假。
不用担心别人。
没有担心。
对呀，到了船上，他把你送进去，送到。
就这个
人家走的时候，你头一天晚上把他带到门口来帮你拿走。这个下船他帮你。
哦，有人帮哪上哪下，没有这么辛苦。在旅馆这样体一下，连旅馆也不用带。
不用啊，这个船就是旅馆啊。今天船就是都在旅馆啊，都在船上。哦，就是下去玩一玩。然后看海，告诉你，看海，看日出日落。哎，医生。
旅游要检查身体状况才出去，不要打开就跑掉啊！
你在看着。
啊，大宝来吃面面，
那飞机上有状况也会我回来吃，有医疗背景
No,
的
it's
人帮忙。
me.
我知道，这飞机上有医生有广播，那是不是乘客不行？
乘客当中有。
No,
船上有没有医生？
it's me going to this
也有医师。
It's me.
我要点东西哦。
婆婆，
哎，
不给我关呢？
好，大宝来吃面面吧。
是我去自动，我不想看，我就关了。
哦，好聪明。来，大宝来，
试一下吧。
来，我说过，你吃了面包要吃海苔了，对，面条最后吃吧。来，你做这个好的你吃吧，我做饭你。那个屁股比较大，那压的不动了，那个动的也不动了，压扁。
一下的。
哦，你关了。我看看，老鼠躲在房子里啦。
可是我可以看。
哎呀，老鼠很小哎，不是很大嘞，很小哎 ，baby 嘞。
我还想可以放那个汤吗？
哦，很小哎，还要放水给它喝。这边是大便啊，这边是摆大便啊。哎，那老鼠会去大便哦。老鼠是会大便啊？它跑到那边大便？
他只是以为那是大便的地方。
哦，它就跑进去大便了。
嗯哼。
这么乖哦。
但是他也有大便别的地方。
哦。
我会打开了。
你会打开了，不要时常打开会跑掉，会跑掉吗？
我会这样啊。
哦，你会开不关 ，OK。但是吃2片要吃一点面条，这样没有这么干，不然那个就是海苔咬的嘴巴累死了。
我